England against Austria in what is to be expected at Old Trafford, a sold-out crowd. Alexis, now it's a sad news with Alexia Putellas not being able to play the tournament, but how is the excitement around this first match where you're at?
Yeah, Christina, I think that was the news that definitely sends shockwaves around the media and here as well overall, that we're not going to get to see the great Alexia Putellas here playing for Spain in the Euros. But as I said, the show must go on. And I say it's a shame too, because I just took the train coming up from Birmingham to Manchester today. And in Birmingham New Street Station, which is a massive train station, you see all of the digital billboards with the Women's Euros players. Some very big names on there, like Lucy Bronze, of course, for England. You know, you had Millie Bright there, Frank Kirby, but you also had Alexia Putellas up there too, because she's definitely one of them that everyone was looking forward to see. But as I said last week, we felt like some excitement was in the air, it was buzzing, but now I think it has definitely reached its peak. Now that I'm here in Manchester, I definitely see it right behind me. The Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford, just to my left, there is a car park, which is a usual car park for Manchester United, but they've converted it completely into a fan zone viewing party area. And I think that just lets you get an idea of how many people we are expecting to descend upon this area come tomorrow. We already know it's going to be over 74,000 in the sold-out crowd inside of Old Trafford, but we're expecting even more who just want to come close, because we feel like this is definitely going to be one of the best women's tournaments in football that we have ever seen. And just behind me as well, there's Hotel Football. I'm not sure if anyone knows everything about Hotel Football, but for those of you that don't, it is a hotel that is owned by some of Manchester United's class of 92, some big names like Gary Neville, Phil Neville, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, and it is always sold out on Manchester United match days, the home days. And now earlier on today, I popped in just to ask them if they're full to capacity, and they said 100%. They have been booked out for weeks, for tonight and tomorrow night. A lot of people were checking in at that time. Interestingly enough, I saw a group of girls and I picked up on their accents. I could tell that they were American. I asked them, and they're from a middle school in New Jersey, and they said that their coach and their parents planned to send them over here so that they could take in some of these games. And I think that just tells you how big of an event this is going to be, because usually when you think of the USA, these girls have all the idols they could ever need just inside their own backyard. We know that the USA in the women's world of football are the powerhouse, but here they are coming over to Europe, because we know that, as we mentioned, Alexia Putellas, there's some other big names as well that have been really bossing the scene in the leagues over here. And I think everyone just wants to have a taste. And the main word that's being thrown around, I suppose, for us in the media is the quality, because we are all expecting a very good tournament of high quality football, not necessarily as many one-sided games as we may have seen in the past. Of course, there are the heavyweights like Sweden, but now we're also going to see a lot of nations who have put in the work in developing their women's football programs over the last couple of years, and now this is the perfect stage to showcase all of that talent.
England putting in the work now to host the tournament, and also all that talent we see, of course, with the Super League. Now, Julien, we know that it's already a victory being able to host such an important tournament. And of course, what Alexis was saying with the impact around with the girls, the locals, the future of football. What would it mean to win the trophy? What impact could this have now on football in England?
It would be amazing. It would be immense. We saw in 2019, we were in France for the World Cup. The impact that had, it feels already a long time ago. Unfortunately, the pandemic, I think, prevented the women's game to grow as quick as it would have done on the back of that 2019 World Cup. And now this is England's chance, like France had in 2019, to have that kind of impact. Of course, the further they go, especially if they win it, and especially if they win it before the boys, by the way, would be even more special. But even if they don't win it, it's to have this tournament, to have full capacity stadiums, and some are big like Old Trafford, some will be smaller, for smaller games, of course, at times. But if you can have that kind of dynamic, the momentum with you in the stadiums, the big numbers watching on television, advertising around it, and then put great light on all those amazing talents, all the amazing players. There's young players coming through who are so talented that deserve all the spotlight on them. You've got more experienced players like Wendy Renard for France, would probably be the last Euros for her. Again, she deserves the spotlight. And I agree, I think it's a very open tournament, even if you could say that Sweden are our favourite, but it's a very open tournament. It's probably the highest quality tournament we've had in women's football ever, even more the World Cup in 2019. I think this is even better, even bigger. There's the teams, the levels, everything, the coaching, the setups, everything is great. And I cannot see why this is not going to be a success. It will be a success.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.